Hello, welcome to my channel, Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg, and I have finished my 95th book in the Read What You Own Platinum Challenge. And this is a challenge where I'm going to read 100 books that I already own before buying another book. This will soon morph into the 500 book challenge. The book I finished was James Madison, America's First Politician by J. Cost. This is part of a project that I'm doing for myself. At this time, no one else is involved. I am going to be reading a biography, a book, an article, or something about every American president in chronological order. So this is, of course, the fourth book in my project. And the reason I am doing this is that I want a greater knowledge of American history. I don't really want in-depth, detailed minutiae of all the events in American history, because that'd be just way too much for one mind to hold at my age. But I do want a high-level idea of where our country came from, where it went, and where it is. And I decided that one of the best ways to do that would be just to read biographies of American presidents. Because to become a president, you have to have a bit of history, and it will take you along how that president grew up, how he became a politician, and how he acted as president, and all the world affairs that are included in the presidency. And so that will give me that very high level that I'm looking for. And at the end of this project, I might know something about American history. My goal is to read one book per month. I'm not going to make it every month. There are other reading events that are going to step in the way and push some of these back. Some of these biographies are going to be lengthy, and some of them are going to be shorter. I know there's very few biographies of Martin Van Buren, so that's like less than 200 pages, if I can find one, maybe, but we shall see. But the current one I just finished was James Madison. He sometimes takes a bit of a step back from George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, but he is actually a very important figure in American history, more so than the other figures. I think he is responsible for the Constitution of the United States. He conceived of the idea of a republic of states forming a union to govern themselves. And other people at his time had slightly different ideas. John Adams was kind of in favor of a monarchy. He thought that a loose confederation of states would not be able to hold together, and you would need an inherited monarchy to rule over them. He's been proven wrong, and so far, James Madison has been proven right. We shall see if that continues to hold. Now, he started off very young in politics and basically had no other career. A lot of the other presidents had other careers. George Washington had a rather disastrous military career. He was not a very good general. Thomas Jefferson was a gentleman farmer. Not a hugely successful one, but a farmer. Madison did inherit an estate from his father, but he never really participated that much in the governing of his estate. His career was politics. And what he created was the Constitution of the United States. Now, he was not alone. There were other people helping him, but he is the architect, the main designer of the Constitution. He was also very much involved in saying that there should be a separation of church and state. I think that is one of the most important foundations of our government. Not everyone will agree with that, but it is an extremely important part of our nation. Now, as a book, I was a little dissatisfied with this book. There are parts of this book in history that are a little sketchy in places. It's like the author is expecting the reader to come to the book with at least a working knowledge of American history up to that point. Now, fortunately, I have read 3 other biographies in this project, so I'm well enough versed that when Jay Cost is glossing over some of history, then I'm able to fill in the gaps because I know what is there. But for someone just picking up this book, not knowing anything about American history, not knowing anything about the American presidency, I don't think this book would be a very good introduction. I think it would leave something wanting in the reader. But for where I am, I found it very satisfactory, or not very satisfactory. Let's just say satisfactory. It was a good enough book that if you are interested in history and have some knowledge, you can check it out. And again, that was James Madison, America's First Politician, by Jay Cost. Thank you for watching, and keep on reading.